Greetings, people of the interwebs, and welcome to another Smashing Pistons video. Now, not being one to jump on bandwagons like this, oh, it's a bandwagon, I'm doing an update video for Christmas, just to show you what's occurring, or what the plans are for stuff going forward with the channel. Now, I don't think much has changed in the past few months, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe I've had to rejig some plans, but I think the main focus is still there. So my main aim for 2025, summer-ish, is to have a classic. What that classic will be, I've got a preference, and I've got a second choice and a third choice. So it's still fluid what that classic will be, what type of car, what age, but that's the aim. That's the aim for it. But for the current cars, I keep saying fleet. It's not really a fleet. There's only 4 things. Can you really call yourself a car channel if you've only got four cars? This keeps distracting me. This is what I the holographic glitter stuff I used on Henny's wheels. I need to do something else with that glitter. It's really nice. Yeah, so let's have a look what we've got going on. Yeah, we'll see what's occurring and what the future plans are. I mean, I'll start with the actual garage. The actual garage itself, when it's a bit warmer, I plan on taking everything out of it. Like this needs to go. I don't know why we've still got that old lawnmower there. We've got another lawnmower. We don't need that one. So I need to take everything out. I might get rid of that worktop. I've got a smaller worktop to put up there, and that should give me a bit more room lengthways. Because the garage is fine. It's just a bit awkward having the bike and the car in it. We're alright when it with the TF because that was narrower, but with the bike and the car, it's just a bit awkward to move stuff around a bit. And that looks bigger every time I come and look at it when I've not ridden it for a while. So yeah, I'll be rejigging that, hopefully painting it all white. I might even paint the floor again. So it's like a nice thing. What my aim is with this is to get it to be like a studio. So get everything out, paint all walls, paint floor. Then I might even put some better lights in, because this strip light, I don't know whether you can see it on camera. It's got old fluorescent things. They're not working very well. So what I've got is two little LED lights that I hang up on roof, which they're kind of cool. They work, but I want some proper lighting, so wherever I am in garage, I can see what I'm doing without any sort of shadows being cast. Oh, you don't want to be casting shadows. So yes, that's the garage. That's the plans for the garage. Let's see what else we've got plans for. So I suppose the next thing to talk about is this. Now this is planning on not being here next year, as part of my basically selling this to get a classic. But it's really difficult for me to get around to advertising it. Not only is it the wrong time of the year to try and sell a motorbike, because it's cold and there's wet leaves everywhere, but it's also really nice. Obviously it's the most modern bike I've ever owned. It's not the most powerful. It's about the same as my old Honda CBR. The paint on it's really nice. It's Galaxy Black, so it's got like a fleck in it. So it's black with like a holographic glitter in it. Yeah, and it's in really good nick. One of the other things I need to do while I'm here is start it up, because it's been months since I started it up. So let's see how it does. That's the other thing that makes it a bit of a tricky sell. It's just such a good bike. They say it's been stood for, it's got to be 2 or 3 months, I'm sure, since I started it up. It just starts first time. So we'll let that one warm up, and then I'll stop it. And we'll have a look at this thing here. What I found, I don't know what it's off. It was just on road. It's like someone's lost an aerial. I'll put that here for safekeeping. So the ZS. What's the plans for the ZS? Well, that's a very good question. This is a MOT's due at end of January. End of January. So my plan for this is priority 1, get an MOT on it. Once it's got an MOT on it, that's when I need to make a decision number 2, because ultimately I'll be selling this one, because I ain't got enough room if I get a Classic to keep 3 toy cars. I would be tempted to keep this as a daily and get rid of Civic, but Civic's just too reliable. It's a bit boring, but it's reliable and comfy and warm and easy in the old ears when you're driving. So I think ultimately this one will have to go. So MOT on it first, and then I decide, do I tart it up on inside and make it look as standard as possible, or do I do mad stuff as an experiment? So like crazy headlining, crazy door card fabric, gear gator. Do I make this a bit of an art project and then sell it on, or do I keep it as standard as possible and then sell it on? The controversy with it is it's quite high mileage, and 170 odd thousand, and it's a diesel one, and that people don't. Well, it's a diesel hatchback one, and people seem to not want that. The key one that everybody wants is the V6 saloon. So the diesel hatchback is pretty much the lowest denominator, really. Plus, it's not got the right seats in it. Someone's took the Mark II seats out and put Mark I Matrix seats in it. I think they're called Matrix. That's what I called them anyway. I think Rob said they're Aztec. I could be wrong. So yeah, what do I do? What do I do with that? So yeah, that's all depending on MOT. He might come back from MOT and it needs a gazillion pounds spending on it, and I'll just sell it as is. But it's a really fun car, and it handles really well. Oh, it's a bit windy. So yeah, I do like this. It is a quandary. It is a quandary. So that's the ZS. Its fate is yet undecided, other than it's probably not going to be here this time next year. Unless my dad decides he wants it as a toy. Which then leaves us with Gen Z, the Rover Lotus 200, as I've christened her. Now, as you can tell, pretty much since I got back from the Smashing Pete Mups, the Smashing Pistons meetup number 5, I put her away with the intention of giving her a good old clean and a bit of a polish and everything, which hasn't happened. So she's been sat in the garage since then. Hence, I'm having just to put the battery on trickle charge because there's not enough juice in it to turn it over. So yes, she has been a little neglected of late, but she is, out of all the cars, she's the keeper. Unless someone makes me an offer for that it'd be ridiculous to say no to. She's like the first thing I've actually put my stamp on. I mean, there was the TF. I suppose I put my stamp on Henny as well, but this has been a more in-depth sort of concept, really. So I've took her from a 216. I mean, she's still a 216 SI, but she's just morphed a little. So yeah, this is the one that I want to keep. You don't see that many 200s around nowadays. They're all 25s, and I think she's nice. I think she's got the makings of a very nice usable car. Again, another car I wouldn't not use as a daily, to be honest. Which is just adds to the quandary of Civic ZS and this. I'd use any of them as dailies. And daily nowadays isn't that daily. I only go to office once or twice a week, so it's not like I'm having to travel great distances anywhere. And if we did, maybe we just hire a car if we're not comfortable. I mean, the ZS, I don't doubt for a second that I'd carry on for thousands of miles. And this too, since she's just had her head gasket done, so everything else seems top. Put new radiator in, so we're not going to have cooling issues soon, he says. So yeah, that seems to be about it. So there is some plans for the Gen Z. So I want to get the door cards swapped over when I get some of them. So I'll be putting Rover 25 ones in, unfortunately, because Rover 200 5-door ones are impossible to find that aren't cracked. So I'll be trying to colour match to the dashboard some Rover 25 door cards. So yeah, I'll have to probably refabric them as well, because I'm not sure what pattern fabric will be on them. Yeah, so that might be interesting. I'm sure there was something else I was going to do. Oh yeah, the headlining needs doing, so I think I'll probably keep it as standard. I was thinking of doing like a charcoal headlining. Might still do that. We shall see. We shall see what happens with that. So headlining, door cards. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it, really. She's not got much more that needs doing. Just keeping an eye. Oh, I'll tell a lie. I've got the brake upgrade to do on this. So I've got the calipers with the pistons out. I just need to refurb them, basically. Give them a paint up, and then check that I can actually do the brake swap on it. Again, it's space. If I get rid of bike, there's a bit more room. Or if I put this outside, I've got more room. So I think it's going to be another when it's a bit more agreeable weather-wise type job. This is them sort of jobs are the sort of jobs that it'd be ideal having a unit like Rob's for example, where you've got space, you can put stuff in, and if you only get halfway through it, you can leave it. Whereas if I try doing this side and it ends up buggered, I can't get to that side. So I need to be able to do both at the same time, so I can make sure it's all tickety-boo. So yes, that's it as far as I can think. The Civic is just normal. It went through its last MOT. Fine. I was saying to Matt the other day, it's a nice car. It's just a bit bland. As an example, the Civic, it's 1.8. I think it's 135 brake, 6-speed. It's not VTEC. It's the opposite of VTEC. VTEC's the one where they go for performance. The other one, I can't remember what they called it, is where they goes for efficiency instead. So they kind of works the opposite way. It's like makes it more efficient and then normal, rather than making it normal then more performance stuff and things. Anyway, so if I were to jump in that and drive down to Matt's or Alex's or Rob's, it's all motorways. It's all fairly flat, big roads. It's fine. It don't feel that there's any any detriment to it. It's comfortable, it's quick enough, it's quiet. Although I think there's a wheel bearing that might need doing at some point, because it sounds noisy, but Kevin seems to think it's just the tyres. So we shall see. He's gone through an MOT twice with that rumbly, well, not a rumbly noise, just a noise. So it's not like it needs anything now. What were I saying? Oh yeah, so flat roads, motorways, dual carriageways, just normal stuff. It's fine. If I drive that on the Strines Road, it's not. I don't enjoy it because it's not got torque. It's not got that torque to drag you up hills and stuff. So you're constantly having to jump down a gear and rev it out more, and then jump up, and it just seems too busy to me. Whereas the ZS is the perfect car for that, because it's got that torque. It'll drag you up any hill. In fact, I need to do a video of me driving Strines in that because it's fantastic. It's the most fun I've had driving the Strines is in a diesel ZS, which sounds weird, but I still think the diesel one is the perfect hooligan car for that kind of twisty back road stuff. But at the same time, jump on motorway, and it's fantastic. So it's good at twisties and it's good at motorways. The part of driving I don't enjoy too much on the ZS is stop-start stuff. So like going through little towns and cities and stuff where you're constantly having to stop and then start and then stop and then start. I don't like that. Once you're moving, fantastic. And when you're going at motorway speeds, fantastic. But constant stop-start, it just feels too, because it's heavy, it just feels too much of an effort. This, I'd say, is probably a bit of a middle ground between the two of them, to be honest. Have I took this down the Strines? I'm not sure I have. That's a bit of a revelation. I thought, well, then I definitely need to do that. I need to do a video of this on Strines and that on Strines. This is a bit of a mid-ground. It's not torquey unless you're revving it out, but it's light. Unlike the Civic, which is a modern car, it's a lot heavier. So yeah, it feels more nimble, and you can throw it around corners better. So that's where we are with the current state of the fleet. Not sure what's happening. Let's see what end of January brings. Not going anywhere, just modifying slowly. Civic's just the Civic, and this will be going at some point, unless a miracle happens or doesn't happen. But yes, lovely bike, one of my favourites that I've ever driven. Even looks nice. It even looks sporty without being too sporty. It's a perfect blend of sporty and touring. It's right in the middle. You've got the sporty feel into it, but it's not so on its nose that it's sketchy. So thank you for joining for this little end of year-ish roundup. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends, and share with anybody that wants to buy a Honda CBR 600F. It's not the 650, so it's not the lowered powered one. It's the 103 brake horsepower, I think it is. Not the detunable one. It's the proper full-on one. Yes. Oh, it's so nice. Anyway, stop it now, Simon. Thank you for watching. Bye.